Welcome to Beyond the Script, where you find great movies and great conversation. Let's start the show now. Welcome to the next chapter. I am Takenya Jefferies, licensed clinical social worker. I am the owner of Terra Vista Counseling, author of the next chapter, Journey to Healing Through Grief, Loss, and Disappointment. All right, guys, I am so excited to introduce to you. Thank you for coming to Beyond the Script. But today is a little special because we want to talk about this book, The Next Chapter, written by this beautiful woman sitting next to me, Miss Takenya Jefferies. And also, I was just about to say Pastor Chocolate. I'm sorry, I call her Pastor Chocolate, but this is LaRhonda Murray. We just want to discuss this wonderful book and to let you guys know about the wonderful news. This will actually have a series, a television series where you can actually go in and go in depth with each chapter of the book. But we want to give you a little bit of heads up on what's coming next. So if you haven't purchased the book now, start reading it so when the episodes come out, you can stay connected and be involved with this awesome experience. Let me go ahead and give this to you. Let's talk about first, of course, the next chapter. Where did it come from? I just one day just started writing. It used to be called Beginning Again. I found that a lot of people that I was meeting or working with just kind of didn't know where to start. And we talk about trying to get past whatever it was that they were dealing with, and they just kept saying, I don't know how. What's the next step? And a lot of times it's just doing something, trying to get back, re-engaging in the things that you enjoy, the things that make you happy. Because when we're not in a good place, we forget to do those things. But those are the things that kind of help motivate us and push us and move us forward onto the next chapter. That show us that we're doing better, we're maintaining. Moving forward, it was looking at how people sometimes struggle with overcoming challenges, things that they experience, not just death, but disappointment and different losses. Some people have struggled with divorce and losing homes and health concerns. So helping people to just kind of move forward, looking beyond what's happening right now and moving them forward to the next chapter.
Awesome. I do want to reflect on LaRhonda, my Pastor Chocolate, I'm sorry. Because when I got a chance to actually talk to these two, it was just a powerful day. It was a very, very powerful day. It's a blur. But how we even got together the day we talked about this and this was birthed. I wasn't supposed to be at the shop. I didn't know who was at the shop. Before this day at the shop, me and Mr. Kenya had never had a long conversation, ever. So the way this happened was God ordained. So we really want to make sure that those people that are being connected and tuning in today, why we know that God is truly speaking through the next chapter and the book. So with that being said, we want to introduce Miss LaRhonda and just tell us, because of her experiences when she picked up the book, it just was like a whoa moment for me. So let's share with the audience what the next chapter did for you.
This book, again, like I said, when we had the conversation, when this was being birthed, once I got the book, it was an easy read. I could have read the book in a day. I had to literally make myself put the book down. Like wherever I went, the book was with me. In between clients, I had it at my station. It was even in the bed with me. I was reading the book. It was so intense. I literally put the book up underneath my pillow like, Lord, I can't read no more. I can't read anymore. But it was summoning me to get the clarity. And the one thing that I realized is that I was a functioning depressed person.
Wow.
I was still excelling. I was still moving, still having my business, still being a woman that was one of the core team members of a women's ministry.
Wow. Wow.
In my brokenness.
Wow.
But like how she pulls out in so many portions of the book, you just go. You just keep doing, but you're unattached to it. It was like it was a routine. I knew what I needed to do. I knew what I had to do, and so I just did it.
Telling people and encouraging people to take care of themselves. A lot of caregivers feel guilty to take the time for themselves. So I said, maybe if we capture something, it was simple, and it was just going to be like a little handout, something, a tool that people could use, and I just kind of started writing, and it just kept going.
And she jokingly says that that I didn't write this book. God wrote this book. And it's pretty funny because when we do this as believers, I was talking to them in our first conversation about God's word going to all four corners of the earth, and how it gets there is up to Him. It's not us. And so that's why we give God the credit for everything that we do, even going beyond the script is just some kind of tool to help you get on, to help you make it to the next thing. God is real, and He is here helping us every single day with little things.
But was I really taking account for what my life was really like? The book showed me that. And so I'm not upset and I'm not depressed anymore because I understood my assignment.
Right.
At that time, the book gave me clarity.
Wow.
With a spiritual rooting as to why. Some people, God just, like she said, God wrote this book. I believe that. I believe that from everything that she put in there, because she touched on every subject that you could even imagine, and it was birthed during this time that we're in, during this pandemic.
Right.
Everyone needs this book. So I'm not even just trying to give it hype.
Right.
The book it's like a how-to.
Right. Okay.
And then it showed you how, when you didn't know you was doing the two,
Right.
how you were doing it. It's an empowerment.
Right.
It's not anything to make you feel bad, and it's not. You may cry, but it's not that depressed. Oh Lord,
Right.
no, it's oh my God,
A
thank
release.
you. Like, oh my God, thank you.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Thank you. And we also want to put out there as well that even if you feel like, this isn't something that's for you, you may not know that you're a functioning depressed person.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You may not even know, because when Pastor Chocolate talks in detail about some of the experiences she had that the book reminded her of, she didn't realize it. Her family, of course, didn't know it because she's so good at what she's doing. You're taking care of your family. You're healing people. You know what I'm saying? With her, I look at her and I tell people sometimes, I don't really need her to do my hair every time. I just kind of just go sit there and sit in her presence for hours at a time.
Absolutely.
And so when you hear somebody like that say, yeah, I didn't really know that I was functioning in this until I read the book, it may be for you when you don't even know it's for you. And we do have those people who are prideful. It's okay.
Yes.
If you're the cousin of the person that's super prideful and won't pick up the book themselves,
That's right.
you go to Amazon and buy
That's
it for them. And so I want to go back to Arthur here. When you got the idea of the next chapter, where did that come from?
Again, just kind of people really struggling, being stuck, not really living the life that they're supposed to.
Right.
Helping people find their purpose. Sometimes we find ourselves disappointed, and we give up, and we stop, and we quit, and we just stop trying. I do want to touch on something that Chocolate said, and thank you for all your kind words, because this, you were definitely the push, because it was about to go back in the drawer again, one more time, because I keep talking myself out of it. Yes, finding every reason not to. It wasn't easy to write. I didn't want it to be heavy, and kind of found myself staying away, pulling back from talking about a lot of things, because I didn't want people crying the whole book, even though a lot of people have reached out and they are crying. Usually when they reach out, they're in a better place after they've taken that time to cry.
Right.
And just kind of try not to overthink it. I wanted it to be and encouragement, because sometimes you don't see what to do next. You don't know how to move forward. And it's just little tips to kind of get you started.
Right.
Not to...
Right. It's not a lifelong thing, but just to get you over the hump.
Right.
Yes,
Yeah.
to get you through that difficult time.
Wow.
I think because it says grief, I think a lot of people think it's just about death. There are a lot of things that we grieve and we don't recognize. There's a
Right.
lot of losses.
That's right.
Like, what would you say would be something besides death that you talked about in the book concerning grief?
I think I touched a little bit on health conditions. Sometimes we get diagnoses that we weren't expecting and kind of don't know where to go from there. Losing the job that
Wow.
you had been maybe preparing your whole life for, or finding out you didn't like the job that you've been preparing your whole life for. And sometimes we just don't know what to do next, you know, instead of focusing on, oh my God, I wasted all this time. It's just regroup, you know, it was there was a reason that what you decided to do was important to you. Let's get back there, let's look at it again. Don't stay in that place because you won't move.
Oh Lord, I just found out that I'm a functioning.
No.
I just found out.
Sadness is also a part of it. Disappointment, just kind of being down. Depression is heavy. You really don't know what to do. And a lot of people, you can't get out of bed. You don't want to shower. You don't want to do anything. So sometimes we just go through things, and there's situational depression, things that we go through, things that are supposed to make you sad. You know, you lose somebody, you get divorced, you lose your home, your job, your health isn't what you expected to be. You get into a bad accident. Things change. You're supposed to be sad about that.
Right.
It's staying in that place too long. That's when that becomes a problem.
Okay, so I'm gonna let y'all in on a little secret because I just learned something right now. Yeah, I am functioning. I'm functioning. I just realized that I beg God. I'm gonna let y'all in on a little secret. I begged God to be a mom. And I was a mother for 7 months. And I realized that I was horrible. I was not the mother I thought I was gonna be. And when I say horrible, I don't mean like I was terrible to the kids. You know, you love your children, and I knew it was God ordained. But there's certain things that my husband would say, like, you go straight to bed. Or, you know, I wouldn't get up. To spend a full day braiding hair and go, you know, but my life wasn't the same. That's crazy.
Wow.
I need the book.
Change.
Look, I need the book.
Change.
But the funny thing is, it's just like you said, it's a different life, and things are not the same. But yet I beg God for it. You know. So wow,
That's what she said.
This is it.
You fix your focus on something, and then when it comes, are you actually prepared?
Are you prepared for it? And when it changes your life, so are you prepared for the change and the shift? And then to not be that anymore was a whole nother grievance. You know, it's weird. That's deep and awesome.
Yeah.
So we honestly, this is just a small little conversation. We haven't even got into any chapters, and you can see how deep you can go with this point and with this book. I do want to say also thank you, because I realize now how this was completely God ordained.
Right.
If it was up to her, she would not be here.
Right.
Not at all.
At all.
Right.
So the fact that she's sitting here in front of these lights and talking to you about this book, we give all glory to God.
All of it.
And I thank you. You're so beautiful. And thank you, Pastor Chocolate. Chocolate, do you have any words that you want to leave with the people for today?
I just want to tell people that let this book help you. I'm so serious. This book, even though we're just, we're laughing and we're getting deep a little bit, we can't tell you what you're going to find in the book, but you don't know what you're looking for till you get the book.
Right.
That's what I'm gonna say.
Wow. That's deep. Because that's so true. And you seen a moment here where I just found out why I would need the book, you know. Just to let y'all know that's my book right there. Right. I already purchased mine. Y'all need to catch up. But yeah. Why we need to just get it to, you know, to check. You know what I mean? This is just a reality check sometimes to just see where you're at. If you're not, you know, fully happy, you're just kind of functioning. And like she said, it doesn't have to be death. It doesn't have to be. It could be just change.
Right.
Yeah.
So we want to make sure that we're doing what we can to be better in God.
Absolutely.
If you're, you know, like Chocolate was saying, she's, you know, healing people all day, but you know, not going forward is a problem. She's literally, you know, bleeding while she's blessing.
Yeah.
You know, I'm blessing a soul, but I'm bleeding internally. So you want to make sure that we're fully, you know, healthy in spirit, mind, and body to move forward and be better. So we want to thank you guys. I want to thank you guys both for being here today. Thank you for being with us today on Beyond the Script. Today it's beyond the book script. But it's amazing, and I thank you guys for being here. It was supposed to just be a commercial, but this is probably a full-on episode. Yeah. We're going to leave it at that, okay? All right. We'll see you later, guys.
Bye, everyone.
And cut.